Hi, everybody. I'm Alice K. Ruckelhaus from SufferingWell, and we're here to talk about the mysteries of the Rosary. That's what we're going to spend our time on this week, is just giving an overview of each of the sets of the mysteries, okay? So we'll talk about the specifics on each mystery at another time, and we'll also talk about how to meditate on those mysteries, because there's several different ways that you can do it. Probably the sky's the limit, I would think, but I'll share a few of them with you in the future. So for right now, though, today we're going to look at the joyful mysteries. Okay, so one thing to know about the mysteries is that they cover the main events in Jesus' life, all the way from before his birth till after his ascension. So, which sounds kind of funny, huh? But there are some special things that happened to him after the ascension. All right, so the first ones, the joyful mysteries, cover his birth and what happens just a little bit after that, his childhood also, all the way up to 12 years old. So the first joyful mystery is the Annunciation. Annunciation kind of sounds like announce, right? So it's when the angel comes to announce to Mary that she is going to give birth to the Messiah. And so that's the first joyful mystery. Okay, that's obviously a very joyful event, right? The second joyful mystery is when Mary goes to visit her cousin Elizabeth, who became pregnant 6 months before. And that was also heralded by an angel who came and told her husband Zechariah what was going to happen. So Mary goes to Elizabeth and they rejoice together. And at that point, Elizabeth says, you know, that blessed are you because you're the mother of my Lord. And John the Baptist is her baby. He leaps in her womb. And Mary at that point comes out with the Magnificat. So there's just a lot of really, really cool things that are happening there, but it's obviously also very joyful. It's the time when it's confirmed by somebody outside of Mary that she's having the Messiah, besides the angel. As if the angel testimony doesn't matter, right? But still, it's a special time. The third one is probably what is the most important other than the crucifixion and resurrection. And this is Jesus' birth, the nativity. Okay, so I think nativity scene. Okay, that's a picture of Jesus' birth. So Jesus being born. And then the next joyful mystery is when Mary and Joseph take Jesus to the temple. And he's prophesied over by Anna and Simeon. And at that point, Simeon also mentions that a sword will pierce Mary's heart. The last joyful mystery is finding Jesus in the temple. That was kind of a funny story, actually, when you think about it, because they had gone to Passover like they were supposed to in Jerusalem, and they're with their family, which is probably a lot of people, and cousins and aunts and uncles and everybody like that. And so they're just traveling along, and they assume that Jesus is with some of his other cousins or somebody. And 3 days out, they realize, we haven't seen Jesus. Where is he? And they look among all the relatives, and he's not there. So they hustle back to Jerusalem to find him. And can you imagine how it must feel to realize that you've lost the Son of God? Oh my gosh. So they're looking like crazy all through Jerusalem. They finally find him at the temple where he's teaching the other teachers. So that's really cool. And when Mary said, you know, why have you done this to us? And he said, well, didn't you know I had to be about my Father's business? And then the Bible says that he went home with them and he lived in obedience. And Mary pondered all these things in her heart. So those are the 5 joyful mysteries. Let's go over them again. The Annunciation, the Visitation, the Nativity, the presentation at the temple, and then finding Jesus in the temple when he was 12 years old. So that's a quick run through of the joyful mysteries. Tomorrow, we'll be looking at the luminous mysteries. All right, I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.